Canada's military relies on a strong fleet of helicopters to carry out a wide range of missions, from transporting troops to saving lives during emergencies. The Royal Canadian Air Force and Royal Canadian Navy operate four main types of helicopters in active service: the CH146 Griffon, CH147F Chinook, CH148 Cyclone, and CH149 Cormorant. Each helicopter has unique capabilities that help keep Canada safe at home and abroad. Canada is getting ready to upgrade its military with a brand new fleet of helicopters, and it's a big deal. The government plans to spend $12.9 billion to replace its aging helicopters with modern ones that can handle tough missions, especially in places like the Arctic. Canada aims to have helicopters that are faster, stronger, and better equipped for things like Arctic search and rescue missions, joint operations with the US, and supporting Canada's troops in places like Latvia. The new fleet will also be able to quickly respond to emergencies in remote areas. The $12.9 billion will go toward buying a balanced fleet of helicopters that can do a variety of jobs, from combat support to disaster response. The exact details, like where the helicopters will be based or which company will build them, are still being worked out. The government announced this massive investment earlier this year, with plans to start working with defense companies in the summer of 2025. The new helicopters are expected to be ready for action by 2033, with some starting to operate as early as 2032. This project is part of a larger push to modernize Canada's military, which includes upgrading its 14 CH147F Chinook helicopters and boosting overall defense spending to meet NATO's goals. This helicopter deal is a big step for Canada's military. The new helicopters will help Canada protect its vast Arctic region, work more closely with its allies, and respond to emergencies faster. But it's not just about defense. This investment could also boost Canada's economy by creating jobs in the defense industry. Canada's $12.9 billion helicopter fleet is a bold move to modernize its military and take on a bigger role in global defense. It's about keeping the country safe, supporting its allies, and being ready for emergencies in some of the toughest places on Earth. The CH146 Griffon is Canada's most common helicopter, with 82 currently in service. It's a versatile utility helicopter, meaning it can handle many different tasks. Think of it as the Swiss Army knife of Canada's helicopter fleet. The Griffon can transport troops, equipment, and supplies. It also supports search and rescue missions, provides tactical support to the Canadian Army, and can even be armed for combat. It can carry up to 13 people or 6,000 pounds of cargo. The Griffon is reliable and sturdy, but struggles in hot or high-altitude environments, which is why Canada is planning to replace it with newer helicopters by the 2030. The CH147F Chinook is Canada's heavy-lift helicopter, designed to carry large loads and move troops quickly. With only 14 in service, one was lost in a 2023 crash, these helicopters are powerful and critical for big missions. The Chinooks can transport heavy equipment, supplies, and up to 33 troops. They're used for domestic operations, like disaster relief, and deployed missions, such as supporting Canadian forces overseas. The Chinook can lift up to 24,000 pounds and has a range of over 600 miles. Its twin rotors make it stable and capable of operating in tough conditions, like mountains or deserts. Canada received its first Chinook in 2013 after extensive testing in the United States. A midlife upgrade is planned for the 2030s to keep them flying longer. The Chinook is a game-changer for moving large amounts of gear or people quickly, making it a vital asset for the Canadian Army. The CH148 Cyclone is a ship-based helicopter used by the Royal Canadian Navy. With 27 in service, one was lost in a 2020 crash. It's designed to operate from Navy frigates and patrol ships. The Cyclones are built for anti-submarine warfare, hunting submarines with sonar and torpedoes. They also conduct surveillance, search and rescue, and transport tasks. They support Navy missions worldwide, from counter-piracy to NATO operations. The Cyclone has advanced radar, sonar, and missile countermeasures. It can fly in harsh weather and has a range of about 280 miles. The Cyclone replaced the aging CH124 Sea King, bringing modern technology to Canada's naval operations. However, as the only operator of this unique helicopter, Canada faces challenges with parts availability. The CH149 Cormorant is Canada's dedicated search and rescue helicopter, with 13 in service. It's a long-range, medium-lift helicopter designed to save lives in some of the toughest conditions. The Cormorants are used for search and rescue missions across Canada, from the Atlantic to the Pacific and up to the Arctic. They can rescue people in distress, like stranded hikers or shipwrecked sailors, and support NORAD operations in the north. The Cormorant can fly over 600 miles and carry up to 12 stretchers or 5,000 pounds of cargo. It has advanced sensors, like infrared cameras and radar, to find people in bad weather or at night. The Cormorant is a reliable lifeline for Canadians in danger, operating year-round in all weather conditions. Canada's helicopter fleet is a mix of versatile, powerful, and specialized aircraft that serve the RCAF and RCN well. However, challenges remain. The Griffon is aging and needs replacing, and the Cyclone's small fleet size makes maintenance tricky. Canada is investing heavily in its helicopters, with plans to spend $18.4 billion over 20 years on new tactical helicopters to replace the Griffons. These new helicopters will improve firepower, mobility, and support for special forces, with initial operations expected by 2033. Additionally, the RCAF is exploring attack helicopters to protect Chinooks and provide close air support, a capability Canada currently lacks. Upgrades to the Chinook and Cormorant fleets will keep them effective for decades, while the Cyclone continues to strengthen Canada's naval presence.